And now to Florida. A Florida beach beauty marries her dream man. The newlyweds set to live happily ever after until death do they part. But what the 26-year-old beauty doesn't plan is the hitman she allegedly hires to murder her groom is a cop. That's right. The cops sting the bride on video, and oh, if you could hear it, she breaks down in hysterical tears, crying over her dead husband just hours after she herself puts those special finishing touches on his death. And it's all caught on undercover surveillance video. All right, I'm talking about Dalia Dippolito. Breaking news right now. The woman who allegedly hires a hitman to kill her groom and ends up hiring an undercover cop who videos the whole thing, catches her moaning and crying, "Oh, my husband's dead." And they take her in to talk to her about her husband's murder, his shooting death. And then in walks her husband. It was all a big sting. Joining me right now, Dave Mack, syndicated talk show host. Dave, do you recall at her first trial, she actually told the jury, Sheryl McCollum, I hope you're sitting down. For this, you may need to lay down, girl. Okay.
Okay.
She actually tells the jury, I didn't hire a hitman to kill my husband. That was a reality TV show script.
Yeah.
Okay. We were acting all this out in order to get a reality TV show.
Right. It's all a big audition. And her husband helped her with it. It was all a plan. I don't know why he's turning against me now. We were just auditioning for a show.
But the funny thing about that, Dave Mack, is she never brought any TV producers, no contract, nothing, no camera people, nothing.
Yeah, it was, it was shocking. It was shocking that she actually could come up with that and think that it might work. But there are a few things working against her, and the fact that she was 5,000% sure she wanted to take out her husband.
Oh, yeah, that was so cool. I love that part. I played that just for the heck of it, even when I wasn't on the air. Dalia Dippolito caught on undercover surveillance video. They're going, "You sure you want to do this?" She goes, "I'm 1,000% sure." Oh, she's not just 100% sure, Sheryl McCollum. She's 1,000% sure. She wants him dead.
I love it. But here's the good news, Nancy. She's going to be able to be on reality TV because in prison, they're going to film her 24 hours a day. So your wish is granted.
Oh, okay. Now, wait a minute. Dave Mack, are you with me?
I am with you.
Alan Duke, the Duke, are you lurking around somewhere?
I'm here, Nancy.
Okay, Alan, I have a little tidbit for you and Dave Mack, okay? Don't marry a hooker. Okay? Can we
now
just
you tell me.
Can we just start on that? Okay?
Well,
can we go with that first?
Another tip is if your bride is registered with Smith & Wesson, that's kind of a hint.
No, I mean, reportedly, he met her, Sheryl, let me just say, when he needed a, air quotes, date. He needed a date, let me just say. Now, and he meets Dalia Dippolito. Now, I talked to her lawyer, in depth. He's a good lawyer. I mean, look what he had to work with, for Pete's sake. Brian Claypool, who swears that she was not a hooker. Okay, fine. You can just say that till you're blue in the face, but I know what those texts said. Now, his lawyer told me that she tried to kill him before, Dave Mack, that she tried to poison him in some chai tea from Starbucks. Needless to say, I haven't had another chai tea since then.
She tried using antifreeze. But one thing to point out, Nancy, and she might have been confused because she did get her real estate license, so she was able to sell property, and she might have thought of herself as property and thought that being a hooker, fit under the real estate license and that she wasn't breaking any law there. Could be.
Yeah, see, I don't know what you're saying. I don't even know what that meant, but you and the Duke are yucking it up. Sheryl and I are like, that doesn't even make any sense, Dave Mack. So, Dave, what actually finally convinced a jury that she did it? I mean, because haven't there been 2 juries before this one?
Yeah, and the first one actually.
Oh dear
the first one
Lord!
convicted her. They were looking at 20 years. They appealed. The next one came back 3-3 tie. I can't even figure that one out. I mean, they've got all I can think of is she had a real close to O.J. Simpson dream team, because there's no way you see this woman on tape. You hear the description. I mean, everything is there. I don't know why it took 5 minutes for a jury to go out and come back with anything less than guilty. I have no idea how they.
Well, I'll tell you what I think happened. There had to be somebody on that jury that was anti-cop. And, I'm pro-cop. I'm a crime victim. I brought cops and put them on the stand as witnesses. Yeah, I know there are a few bad apples. I'm no idiot. Okay, I've seen the videos. I've read the papers, and it's true. There are some cops that have done some very bad things. But I would say, for the most part, police officers and law enforcement are some of the most honorable and decent people I've ever met in my life. Okay, let's put that out there. But what happens, Sheryl McCollum, is that you remember the show Cops, bad boy, what you gonna do? Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
And then they'll always show like some guy without a shirt on sitting on his easy chair who seems not at all surprised that cops are running through his den as he's watching TV, just sits there. Okay. Anyway, so they were coming to film, and somewhere along the way, somebody said, oh, well, they can use this Dalia Dippolito case because they filmed it when they told her that her husband was dead. Okay. Which I love that part. She bends over in half. Oh, my husband is dead. Okay. She really lays it on. Watch out, Meryl Streep. And if you look at this video, which I have about 300 or 400 times, all the cops are just standing there like looking at each other going, and she's just carrying on. She's not noticing the cops are like looking at her like she's a lizard, that nobody wants to touch it. Okay, so anyway, but the husband lawyer definitely told me, unless I've gone completely insane, that she tried to kill him before with some chai tea. Now, when I said I gave up chai tea, let me clarify that. I would not buy Starbucks anyway because it costs too much. You can get a great cup of coffee, a huge one, for 99 cents at McDonald's. Okay? You don't have to stand in line. I mean, it's no drama. It's just, it's a cup of coffee. But that aside, so this could maybe be her second bite of the apple when the first one didn't. So what is she looking at, Dave Mack?
Right now, she's looking at 16 years. She's headed off to women's prison now, which I got to.
Oh, wait a minute. Whoa, wait. You can fuss at me for interrupting later. I forgot this. The first time she got house arrest, she stayed at home and let her mommy take care of her, and she was allowed to go to church in her lawyer's house. Her lawyer's office.
Yeah.
She got pregnant. What happened? She's only supposed to. I don't think it happened at church, Dave.
No,
Mack.
but might have been the attorney. We might be looking at Tot Mom Jr. getting, a deal going on with the lawyer. I don't know. I saw that.
Please don't blame the lawyers. I'm disavowing anything Dave Mack just said. Okay, I don't know about that. That is not true as far as I'm concerned. But somebody.
I just thought hookers were
Sheryl, you know what happened? She got pregnant so she could use the baby as a defense at trial. I'm a new mom.
No question about it.
So the jury would. Don't you know her mother probably came in court holding that baby?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. They're not going to send me to prison if I'm an infant's mama or if I'm pregnant at the time. No question. This woman has used every theatric at her disposal, including her own child. But Nancy, let me just say one other thing, because this, I think, is really relevant. When they watch the video, there's no tears. She's screaming and wailing and carrying on, but there's no tears. And you know that back in the day, you and I would have killed for a case like this to wait until that man walks in the room.
Oh, I love that part. Okay, listen to this, guys.
I'm Sergeant Ramsey. I'm the one that called you. Thank you for coming. I'm sorry to call you. Listen, we had a report of a disturbance at your house, and there were shots fired. Is your husband Michael? Okay, I'm sorry to tell you, ma'am. He's been killed. He's been killed, man. I'm sorry.
No, he's not.
Listen.
No.
Try to calm down.
No.
Listen, right now we need to get you to a station.
No.
We need to get you to our police station. I can't let you in, man. We have to do our job. If you want us to find his killer, okay? We need you to calm down. I'm going to need you to go with these detectives, okay? Does he have enemies? Is there anyone that would want to hurt him? Okay, who would want to hurt him? Witnesses said they saw a black male running from me. I can't let you see him, ma'am. Ma'am, I cannot do this right now. Ma'am, I can't do it. Detective Yopi, I need you to take her to the station. I can't. Ma'am, go with these detectives. If you want to help your husband, okay? If you want to help your husband, you need to go to the station with these gentlemen and tell us everything you know about who he knows, who he's connected to. Don't worry, we've already taken care of your dogs with animal control for right now. Everything's under control. And we'll take care of everything else, okay? Thank you, guys.
Guys, I wish you could see the photo I'm looking at right now. I've got a great photo on crimeonline.com. And there's another photo I'm looking at. It's on Daily Mail. And she is giving the judge a look like, like she would like to kill the judge. I love this photo. All right. So where does that leave us in the world? Dalia Dippolito is finally going to jail. You know what's going to happen, Dave Mack? She's going to appeal. They're going to find something wrong with it, and we'll be doing it for a fourth time. Will you join me when that happens, please?
I have been joining you on this case since you first started making commentary about it, and in studying for this today and looking at how many times you've had to deal with it. Nancy, it's like every other day there's another crazy story from Dalia Dippolito. There's no telling what's coming up next.
Well, the baby took the cake. I mean, the woman's on house arrest. She can go to church and her lawyer's office, and she gets pregnant. I was saying if she did not get convicted on the third try, I would just fling myself out of a window or feed myself a chai tea with point. Let her make me a chai tea. Okay, guys. Nancy Grace, Crime Stories, signing off. Goodbye, friend.